everybody. I promised I would start this video series. Maybe lots of people will click on this link and some of you will say, yeah, those are some interesting thoughts, Lisa, but you're not really speaking to me. And that's okay, because I don't feel like I need to speak to everybody. In fact, there are lots of voices out there that I am seeking out and listening to and learning from. And I don't have it all. And I think that's part of what we all need to acknowledge in ourselves, is that we don't have all the answers. We don't have all the perspectives. We don't have all the insights. And over the last few weeks, still in the midst of a pandemic, and then moving into this space where people are rising up en masse to talk about some issues, some structural issues that have been a problem for a very long time. This is not new. And maybe some people feel like it's not the main issue. That's okay. It is an issue, and it is a big issue. And it's a human issue. I've been overwhelmed because I want to understand everything and I want to get my brain wrapped around all of what everybody's talking about. And there's so much going on. And I've heard different people in social media talking about, it's not the time for white people to be talking, and then other people saying it's the time for white people to step up, and people saying this isn't an issue in our community, and people saying, why can't we all just get along? A lot of people are really wrestling, and I'll give you a story of the tension. For me, I was on a call with some other folks who do the very same types of things that I do, and one of the thoughts that came up was, we lack representation with people of color speaking into these spaces. And I want to hear that. And I want to say, yeah, we probably need to do a better job. On the flip side of that, are you willing to give up your space? I mean, I haven't worked much since the whole pandemic started. And now you're saying, yeah, but let me give up my seat for somebody else. I mean, these are the real tensions that are going on, right? What does this mean? If I say this and I agree with this, does that mean that I'm going to willingly give up my chair? And maybe it does. Maybe that's exactly what needs to happen. Or maybe it's just building awareness that something needs to happen and I want to be part of whatever that is. And it's just there's a lot of tension, a lot of questions, and we can't shy away from those questions. So if you have felt similar tensions around these questions and these issues, and maybe the one thing that you've said on social media is, why can't we all get along, or why does it have to be so contentious? And then I want to talk to you, that you're the people I'm talking to, because these issues of racial tension are human issues. It's not something out there. It might impact different communities differently. And you're absolutely right in the sense that we need to look inward and find out, what is it that I am personally doing to contribute to the problem, and what am I doing to contribute towards a solution, and what am I doing on a regular basis in my daily practices and policies that act out in ways that shut somebody else down. Maybe it's not a person of color, but maybe there are certain practices that I do that shut somebody down. We're going to talk about these things because these things have to do with human condition and human resource and human relationships. How do we look inward? How do we look at what's around us? How do we participate in the solutions? How do we become more human, more functionally human in a way that benefits everybody? Our personal relationships, our families, our communities, our vocational and social spaces, and the greater society. How do I be a human who sees myself clearly and seeking to see others clearly, to allow all of us to show up and be our expanded selves, to participate in equal opportunities, to show up and utilize our own gifts and resources and talents. So this week we'll be talking about human practices, things that we do in our everyday lives. So tune in tomorrow. We're going to talk about the difference between acceptance and tolerance. See you then.